Listen, this is completely beyond parody. A former Trump advisor named Larry Kudlow and a right-wing media host named Mark Levin were bemoaning that Joe Biden never criticizes Vladimir Putin. And this was within just a couple days of Joe Biden saying that Vladimir Putin is a war criminal. Now, the story here for me is projection. We've talked about projection before. And with modern Trumpism, one of the things we always have to at least suspect is if they accuse the left of something, we should look really deeply at whether they are actually doing it themselves. When they said, well, the left doesn't, Hillary and the left don't take care of sensitive information. They can't be trusted. They're using private email. We should have said, and some of us did, they're probably doing it, right? And indeed, Jared Kushner and Ivanka Trump were using private email, and Donald Trump was eating and flushing and burning classified documents, including stuff that was supposed to be kept as part of the Presidential Records Act, taking documents to Mar-a-Lago, etc. So they were really doing it. We spent 6 months before the 2020 election with them saying, oh, the left is going to commit fraud, as Donald Trump would say. And it turned out they tried to commit the fraud. They tried to steal the election. They insisted that Joe Biden actually stole it. So when they say X is going on, what we should interpret that as is you might be the ones doing X. And the idea of, hey, listen, the election was definitely rigged. We should know we're the ones who rigged it. So, of course, now the new thing is becoming, why won't Biden criticize Putin? Which, of course, in reality, the problem has been these soft and not so soft Putin apologists on the right. So in comes Larry Kudlow, and he says to Mark Levin, why doesn't Biden just come out and criticize Vladimir Putin? It's beyond parody. Let's take a look at it.
Let me ask you some just about Putin, crazy Putin, who is a criminal. He's an international war criminal. But why is it, Mark, you and I both worked in the Reagan administration. I never hear Biden attack Putin.
So Kudlow literally says he's a war criminal and that Biden never attacks Putin. Here is Biden calling Putin a war criminal for the invasion of Ukraine. I think he is a war criminal. These guys are living in a fantasy world. Let's continue.
Historically. I mean, it took a Fox reporter yesterday to squeeze it out of him. Yeah, okay, finally said he's a war criminal.
Oh, okay.
Why doesn't Biden ever just come out and criticize Putin and his system and his war criminality, the way Reagan did to various communist leaders?
What has Biden been doing? It's your former boss who first said Putin's genius and savvy and clever, and he's getting great land by what he's doing, and then had to walk it back. And even when walking it back, he continued to make a very, very soft criticism. Remember during that weird rally, the rally that Trump did in, where was this one? I guess this one was South Carolina. I don't even remember, where he talked about Putin is driven to put it together. No, he's invading another country, driven to put it together. Listen to this.
And for all the talk about violent conflict in Eastern Europe, and it's a terrible thing, and we're going to help, and we're going to do whatever we can, because nobody can look at the bloodshed much longer, what's happening.
Right.
It's a lack of respect for a lot of people.
It's a lack of respect, not exactly a strong condemnation of Vladimir Putin.
A lot of things, but it's just a total lack of respect. And it happens to be a man that is just driven. He's driven to put it together. And you look at it and it's just so ridiculous. And so
that's not really a very strong condemnation of Putin, right? He's a man who's driven to put it together. Well, Biden called him a war criminal. So as usual, we have to look at their side when they accuse the left of whatever. In this case, it's why won't Biden more seriously criticize Vladimir Putin? And of course, the real concern is the Putin apologists, which included Trump, although I guess now he's not, although who knows, he's still using really strange language like he's driven to put it together. People like Tucker Carlson, et cetera, et cetera. You guys know the list. And as usual, it is merely projection. We have a situation right now where many companies want and need to hire people quickly, but it is difficult to find the right candidates, and Workable is going to help. Workable accelerates every step of your hiring process. Workable helps you cast the widest net possible by posting your jobs to over 200 of the top job boards with just one click. It helps you evaluate and hire quickly with modern tools like video interviews and e-signatures. You can automate some of those repetitive tasks like scheduling interviews. Whether you're hiring for your coffee shop or your engineering team, Workable is exactly what you need to hire the right people fast. Start hiring today with a risk-free 15-day trial. If you hire during the trial, which many do, it will cost you nothing. Just go to workable.com/podcast to start hiring. The link is down below.